What is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degen freaks? Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So I hope you guys are not freaking out. It's over. Everything's over. It's done. Pack your bags. Sell everything. Just go back into fiat. Open a mortgage at 10%. Just keep putting money into your savings account and everything will be okay. No, guys, obviously we're joking. Crypto's not over. We're just having a short-term bearish price action, but we made sure that we gave you guys the bullish case scenario, but also the bearish case scenario. So welcome to the channel. If you guys caught me on the Moon Show on Carl Runefeld's channel, The Moon, with Mr. M and Crypto Kid this morning, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. But let's get into the charts here. Let's get into why we are dumping a little bit here and what happened. We ended up getting into what we thought was going to be a bull or a bear trap, but it ended up being a bit of a bull trap that ended up playing out for a head and shoulders pattern that ended up playing out pretty substantially. So we got the shoulder, we got the head, and then we had the completion of the shoulder here going all the way down to this first range here of where we had a breakout from this liquidity low at 66,600. And so what we're seeing here now is that if we, what we said this morning is if we break down to break down past 67,200, then one of the level ranges that we could potentially be seeing for Bitcoin is 65,100 or 64,200. So this is where we could see the lows happen, because now that we have put in a now recent lower low from the recent low of 66,680, there could be a case to make that Bitcoin could get scooped down to 65,100. So put a 1 in the chat if you guys think we are going to be going to 65,100, or put a 2 if you think we have we've hit the low here in the short term and we'll reverse back up to test again 69,000 and another time 672. Guys, let me know. Let me know. I want to know where you think the direction of this market is going. All right, let's I didn't realize that I still had my freaking music playing, so hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. Let's pause that. And all right, there we go. Hopefully, I don't think it was too loud. So, all right, guys. See how many people we have watching across all platforms. So now I'm going to tell you the truth here. For some reason, and I don't know if it's because of just the size of my channel, because I have 2,300 subscribers. But for some reason, because it's not in a certain metric, I think YouTube does not push it out enough, or even to the people that are subscribed to my channel. If you have not hit the bell button on my channel to be able to get notified that I'm going live, you guys got to make sure that you do that. And so also what you can do to be evangelistic is take this share link, you go here, you copy it, and got to research that algorithm. Oh yeah, the algorithm is crazy, guys. Sometimes it'll work for you so well, and sometimes you'll get snagged. There's just algorithm snags. And I know if you're a content creator yourself and you've been doing any kind of content, yeah, it's like you'll catch fire on something, and then on other things that you thought would be like, oh yeah, this is gonna crush it, you're like, what the heck? It only got 50 views. What? And it's sometimes that algorithm game is tricky. It's very, very tricky. All right, guys. So let's get into the show here. So I would like to exchange all this garbage for Bitcoin, please. What's up, Doc? All right, so guys, if you're following me on Twitter X, it's at Dano Crypto 904, and this is where we are going to, as much as we can, post some things that are quick market updates or either news. If we're getting it and you haven't seen it, you can follow us here. This is where we're going to be posting if we're doing any exclusive interviews or things like that. Make sure you're following me there. And then this is interesting. We have Checkmate here saying, folks seem extremely confused by the Bitcoin cash and carry trade and how it affects market structure. And so funding rates are currently positive plus 10% annually, which tells us the traders are willing to pay an interest rate for the privilege of being long via leverage. So that's interesting. The same is true for calendar futures on the CME, which trade at a premium to spot. This opens up an arbitrage opportunity where a trader can long spot or ETFs, but then short the futures. Interesting. All right, so I'm looking at the comments. I've got Leroy N49 said, saw you earlier on the Moon Show. First time catching you live. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. I love going on the Moon Show. It's so much fun. I get excited, and it's always great. Mr. M has wealth of knowledge, and so it's it's because you slated Bitcoin BCH the other day, and which has actually outperformed Bitcoin this year. Oh, I know. I was just making a joke, though. But that's just for 1 year, though. If you were to go and look at it for the past 5 years, that would be a different story. I don't know. Am I wrong on that? Well, don't quote me on it. I'm just saying. All right, so let's keep going down this. I like this take because this is helping me learn a little bit more about the perpetuals market and kind of how the funding rates and all that stuff takes a lot into account of where this price is going in terms of how the traders are moving the market and having these arbitrage opportunities. So for perpetual swaps, the yield is dynamic and volatile. For calendar futures, it is fixed and expires at a certain date. And traders can then roll that onto the next contract. Interesting. So yeah, whenever their expiration goes, wherever it's cut, then they pivot into the next contract. The position is neutral with respect to price risk as it is long spot. Short futures, they are not going to be liquidated unless they mess up their collateral or strategy. So that's interesting. So once they're spot long neutral and they're futures shorting for short-term price action, which is basically what is playing out currently right now. So I think we did have some expiring contracts that happened, and also with a little bit of an ETF selling pressure, that is what could be driving, this price down. But what I like to see though here is look at the RSI. We're getting to a point where at this point, this is on the 45 minutes, so maybe we should bring it down to the bring it up time frame for the 4 hour, and you can see here that this was the bottom here. The recent May bottom. Recent May, yeah, the old schlong, yeah, I guess, and it's tricky. It's tricky sometimes to get to be in that to be in the schlong, because if you're wanting to do that, it almost kind of like you have to be more neutral, less leveraged, more long term in that long trade, whether it be spot or it's leveraged. And then say once you get to a point of resistance, then that is when you are either taking that profit off the long, and then you are hedging into a short term short back down to support levels. And so then you could say that that's how you can do that, do the schlong, and your short is more of a, okay, I'm going to take profit, set up, or you can even go as far as hey, even if it's very volatile, you're still taking profit, and then you set a stop loss at break even, and you keep the short open just in case everything goes south, and then you have a stop loss set on your Bitcoin or your Bitcoin long at lower prices to where it's only just at a full protection and then you're not setting a stop loss too tight where it's like at 10%, because if it does wick down super fast, you're not getting liquidated on your long-term Bitcoin trade. Yeah, exactly. So I've experienced that by being a little bit too long mind-sided of way too high leverage. And what that can do is, like you said, it can wreck you. And if you're not taking profits, especially when you're up high, then that it leaves too much risk on the table in those moments. So, and I've what we're talking about, I've experienced it all. And even if you're playing with small money, medium-sized money, big money, you will learn all these lessons in it. So that's why I always say, like, just get your feet wet. And if you're not experiencing this or trading, or you're in the learning process, you haven't pulled the trigger yet, it doesn't matter. People will tell you that, oh, you need to start with this certain amount, or oh, you need to. It's like a streamer or a content creator that says, I need this certain thing before I can start my channel, and it's like all that is just an excuse to not learn and just start the thing. Just do it. And then you will learn, especially when you get liquidated, you'll learn. Yeah, and then Terpene Hunter says, HODL account different than trading account. Yeah, completely different. You know, your spot, whatever your spot like plays are, your goal is to try and not move around so much. Like, you basically are thinking, okay, my spot bags that I'm trying to hold for long term is something that, yes, there are opportunities to take profit and maybe buy, take profits at the top, buy low, sell high. You can still do that with your spot bags. And I think a lot of the times it's just like, look, when you're using your trading account as a means to get more into your spot account, that is the way that my strategy has been, is that if the dry powder is exhausted, you've bought all the dips that you can buy. You've exhausted the dip buying. You know, we always make a joke like, buy the dip, and then it's just like, well, how? Okay, well, if you have a trading account and you're not just a spot holder and you're trading, then you're able to take those profits that you've made, that you just like, say you're up, like you've made an extra $500 this week. You can take 250 of that $500 that you made and now DCA into some plays, whether it be meme coins. And I'm just going to suggest, from my personal experience and also just what I'm doing actively and what other people do very successfully, is that they're using the meme market to then really up the ante on the potential gains. And yes, they are going into blue chips too, but I'm talking like the people that are wanting to really like kind of get it up in the terms of their risk to reward ratio. They're upping the risk up a little bit, but the reward is very high to be able to take those profits and then say, man, now I got an extra $1,000 in the week to be able to then now DCA, which maybe before you only had like $50 or you had zero to DCA into these plays before the altcoin summer hits. And actually before the whole entire actual run happens, because guys, we've been sideways. We've been rejected off of 69,000 how many times now? And we've been rejected off of this recent high 1, 2, 3 times. And now we're down into a range of accumulation again. So all this is doing is giving us opportunities to really load the freak up. And so it's definitely not financial advice. This is all just opinions and speculations, but this is how I am. This is how I'm trading, and this is how I believe I will be billionaire status in 2025. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I'm going for. I'm not going for millionaires. I'm going for the bill. You just got filled where? Where? Did you fill a trade? Right at this point, we're on the 4 hour right now. So what's really nice is that we could be bouncing off of this low, but like we said, it could a high chance we get to 65,175, which is the previous level here. But then there's also a sneaky wick. If you look right here, there's a really sneaky wick right here that could wreck people. This right here could destroy people right now. Because if indeed it does, look at where the price is right now. If indeed it does break down to 65,175, there's a big chance it wicks and hits this level right here. And we are going to mark it with a different color here. We're going to mark it with like something that we can clearly see. We're going to put, I don't know, we'll make it yellow or something like that. But yeah, this is good. This is a sneaky wick. This is called the scam wick. It's very well possible. Now I'll tell you, like, so speaking of scalping and things like that, we did a pretty good job the past couple of days doing that with Brett. And now we're in a position to where we missed the opportunity. The market was kind of jumping a bit too much, and we missed the opportunity to go into and set our stop loss on this. We did take profits. We took profits on our Rose trade. We got out of that. We posted that in the Discord right here. I thought we did. Where did it go? Did I put it in trade setups? I don't remember where I put it. I put it somewhere in here. Where did it go? Well, I'll have to post it in there, but yeah, so we have been successfully scalping the profits off of Brett, but here's the kicker here. So the liquidation price is at 12 cents. I mean, if we get some massive red candle down to 12 cents, I mean, it's very well possible, but I'm thinking that the lowest we'll go here is 13 cents or this wick right here at 13 cents. And that would be about the lowest we're going to go. The Discord link isn't working? Which one are you clicking? Which one are you clicking so then I make sure it is... Let's see. Are you clicking the one that's in the... Oh, in the description? Oh, yeah, I got to fix that. Because every time I do like a copy and paste over from the last stream, it doesn't want to carry that over. All right, let me fix that. I will fix that right now. I'll put the link in here. Hold on. Let me see. If you want to get a working link that I know always will work, if you go to my channel and you just go to the channel, right here, and this Discord link should always work. So let me copy this one and we'll put it in the chat. Here you go. And guys, feel free, like, when if you're in the Discord, you are more than welcome to post your winning trades in the best trade screenshots. That's not just for me; it's for everyone. Like, everyone can post a picture of whatever you're. And I encourage you guys to put your losses in there too. And if you could, it would be really cool if you did on your gains and your losses. We can kind of give a little backstory and say, I felt like this is what happened. Like, I didn't set a stop loss, or I didn't do this, or whatever it might have been, or you just didn't have enough confirmation. I don't know. The market went south, like, whatever it is, it'd be cool to give a little description so that when people that are new and they come into the Discord and they're just learning and they're just trying to figure out, how to navigate the markets, then they're getting, they know it's like, it's not all wins. Like, it's totally false. If someone is saying that they're just winning all the time, they're liars. And people are like, people that even are trading in millions or thousands, and expert traders, like they have losses too. So it's all a learning experience. And once you lose some trades, it starts to build up your risk management very fast, because then you're just like, it stings, you know, you lost the money. I mean, it's not spot, you're trading. It's gone. There's no getting it back. You know, the only way you lose money when you're spot trading and DCAing is if you sell out a loss. That's it. So that's why a lot of people don't even want to get in the trading game, because they're like, oh, it stings too much. But I'll tell you what, the moment that it happens, it will strengthen you and your thesis and your risk management and your confirmations and how many you will need for going into a trade, whether it be going short or long, whatever the direction of the market is going. It will eventually make you a profitable trader by learning from those mistakes, because I think it's a classic tale of when someone like makes money really fast. Like, it's almost like in Vegas. Why do you think Vegas, and when people go to the casino and they're up, they go to the table, they go to the roulette table or whatever, and they're like up $10,000. They just made $10,000, and they're like, oh my God, I'm doubling up. And then they double up. And then they lose it all. So what does that tell you about humans and our psychology, especially with trading? You know, it's the same thing. Time and time again, I've heard people that they got into crypto because their friend told them about it. They put $2,000 in, and they told them, you know, oh, buy this, that. And then that friend disappears from the face of the earth for like 3 days for some reason. I don't know why, but it's like classic. They just disappear. They don't answer any of the texts. They don't answer any calls. They don't tell you what to do. They just go, yeah, bro, put in 2K, bro. And then that 2K turns into $5,000. And they're like, oh my God, it's up so much. I wonder if it's going to go up more. I wonder if it's going to keep going up forever. And then you wait another day, and then the next day, guess what? That $2,000 balance is now at 500, and you're like, whoa, Jack, going, ah, and then you quit. Yeah. That is the time and time again story of crypto. But what you have to do is, in those moments, you say, okay, what is the lesson learned? Okay, so I just told you the story. What was the lesson learned, and what could you have done to better equip yourself? The crypto friend, the crypto bro that told you to buy 2K should have also caveated that with, hey, bro, so crypto is not like the stock market. It's like a roller coaster. If you're up in profit tomorrow or even in the next 4 hours, take your profit with your initial investment out and leave a little bit in there for a moon bag. That's what the crypto bro should be saying to onboarders, the people that are going to be onboarded. I would have loved to have been given that conversation from the crypto community that they say, oh, these things are pumping, it's going to blah, 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 Cardano to $10. My ass, Cardano to $10. At $3, my butt should have been taking all the profit. Absolutely all of it. Every dime, dump on everyone's head. I don't care, because that is what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. Put a 2 if you think I'm freaking crazy. But I think you guys agree with me. You gotta get your feet wet. You have to get your feet wet. It's the only way. It is indeed the only way. You got to walk across the coals a little bit. Started in crypto, sorry to say, at the highs in 2021. Started putting money in, had over 1,000 then in 3 days, worth 400. Got me to look deeper into it, and that's the best lesson, looking into projects. There you go. Boom. Yeah, exactly. So we got in around the beginning of 2021 is when we actually started to go say, okay, let's like actually do this. Let's like learn crypto. And it was like January, February 2021. So if we were to look at the price of where Bitcoin was in January 2021, we can see that Bitcoin was at, let's see, I mean, gosh, let's just keep going. Geez, it just like it pumps so much from these levels. Okay. Where is January? January. Okay, right there. Okay, so what's interesting is that I made a video about it. Actually. It was my very first video, and I put it on my other channel. It's called Constant Swimmer. This was before I actually started my crypto channel, this channel here, and it was when Tesla made the announcement that they bought Bitcoin, and they bought it at 40,000 or 40 something thousand, and then eventually after that we had a little bit of a dump. And what was so interesting is that is exactly when I bought some Bitcoin, and I made a purchase on Robinhood, and I bought $500 of Bitcoin and I bought $500 of Ethereum around this time. And I remember laughing because the moment that I bought it, literally it was about a week later, it dumped to 30. It dumped $15,000, and it dumped 28%. And I said, "Oh, okay." And then I ended up selling my Bitcoin at that point, and all my Ethereum, and all my Dogecoin out of Robinhood at some of these levels. I think once we got up to probably here, I probably didn't sell at the top, but I probably sold. I can probably go back into my Robinhood and look at exactly what I sold my Bitcoin, my Ethereum, and my Dogecoin. I would love to actually do that. I'm going to do that, and we're going to take some screenshots of it, and we're going to pull it up on the stream. Because we do stream 2 times a day, guys. If you are new to this channel, we do a schedule of Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys are keeping up on that schedule. And if you can't make one stream, there's a high chance that you can make the other. So, all right. So, yeah. We would love to show you guys where we actually took those profits, and just to show you in perspective, if you were just in the mindset at that point to be like, oh, this thing's gonna blast, and you didn't take any, you did, or you did take profits, and you ended up buying back at these levels at 20K or wherever it was, then you really started to just go heavy in and say, you know what, I'm gonna DCA until the day and the night is done, and and you just were just getting average buy-ins at all the way into the bottom of 14K, you know. All right, Brad Thelad, I hope I said that right, said, Dano, this is my go-to stream every day. Yo, that's awesome. Holy crap. I haven't heard anyone say that like that, so that's awesome. You're making me blush there, Brad. So recently we read a comment. I want to get your guys' opinion. We normally had music going through our streams, and sometimes I feel like we got a little wild because we started like literally like freestyling or something like that, or just like blasting the pump song, and we had music normally playing through the stream. And someone made a comment. They're like, "Yo, if you just kill the music, you'll have way more people watching the stream." And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna try it, and I will come back to you and come back to this comment, and I will give you the statistics on if that indeed has been working." So, guys, have you been enjoying the stream better without music always playing in the background when I'm talking. I need a consensus because I feel like I've had more people watching consistently. And sometimes when I've had the music and, you know, different things running like that, I have like 6 people watching, you know. But it's all an experiment, you know. It's all an experiment. It's a one-man show. I don't have producers or people telling me what to do. So it's just got to be a bit quiet. Yeah, that's always the key. It's very tricky. It's got to be very underlining, very underlining, nice, you know. Like right here. Like we'll just we'll put on this one. We'll put on this and see if we can balance it. See if we can balance it. Like right here. Is that good? Like this level? I think that's a good level. What do you guys think? We just kind of have it nice and easy in the background. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's stream. We didn't get a chance to really go through everything that we wanted to go through. We're gonna try and catch up here, and we have Musk versus Apple. So this is something that's coming into play. Is that there is talks that Apple is going to be implementing ChatGPT into the iPhone. And this means that OpenAI is going to have access to your data. Let's just be honest. They're going to have access to your data. OpenAI and ChatGPT is going to basically use your data that Apple's been collecting on you since you've been using an iPhone or have had an Apple ID, and they're going to use that to train its AI to basically create Skynet, and everyone's going to die, and they're going to control the world. Did I say that out loud? Okay, so then also we have Biden's approval hits rock bottom. How in the world do I still have 37% support? Elizabeth Warren's desperate plea for a rate cut, a comedy of economic errors. Let's see what's happening on with this. So U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren, along with 3 other Democratic senators, have urged Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell to cut the federal fund rates interest from its current 2-decade high of 5.5%. The senators argue that the sustained high interest rates are slowing down the economy and failing to address the key drivers of inflation. This move comes amid increasing political pressure on the Federal Reserve to adjust its monetary policy. So what is going to be interesting is that if they indeed do cut rates, and we do kind of have a pivot into the stock market, into assets, and we see that ultimately the dollar is still just losing strength, then we're going to see a massive market pump. And so this is what we're waiting for, guys. This is why it's like, you know, short-term bearishness, but you got to look at the long term. Long term is very bullish. All right, so Solana investors seek psychic help to predict price drop to 140. What? The discussion revolves around the current state and future predictions of Solana, a cryptocurrency. Users express a mix of optimism and skepticism about Solana's price movements, with some expecting a significant drop while others anticipate a bullish trend. Factors influencing these predictions include recent developments like BlackRock's application for a Solana ETF. Solana's performance is the meme coin market and its network activity growth. The overall sentiment is speculative, with users sharing their strategies and predictions based on recent price trends and newses. Newses? Did I just say newses? I think I just said newses, guy. What in the heck? I don't know what newses is, but... Okay, so if we're looking at Solana right now, we were rejected off of the 786. We tried to test back up into some levels here. We went over the 618. We got rejected off of 175, and we've been going down ever since that rejection off of 175. And it looks like we are bouncing off of this 0.382 area, which is 145. And so the only other case we can make is that we go have a move back down to 131, which would be a massive bearish divergence. But if we do end up bouncing and we clear the 0.5, we could test back up to the 618, which would be $176 Solana. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right. So we're going to end the stream now because we have to pick up the sweet angel from summer camp. Summer camp has officially started. And so got to get the fam all situated. I hope you guys are doing good with all your summer endeavors. You're keeping cool. Hopefully you're fulfilling all of your plans. Let me know, guys. How have you been? How have you been with all your stuff this summer? We've been getting our farm in order. We got chickens and ducks and all kinds of stuff going on. Let's see if you can. Did I have a picture? Where is it? Where's our? Well, one of our thumbnails had the pictures. There's our ducks. If you wanted to see them, they're pretty cute, and they're getting huge. Also, by the way, that's my latte art. I'm a barista master. Can make the best latte that you've ever had, hands down. Hands down. Where are the chickens? Where are the chickens at? Where are they at? Did I have them in a... I had them somewhere. There they are. It's little sweet babes. They're loving the coop. They love their new coop. I just got to get a little bit more airflow, a little bit more ventilation in there, and I think they'll be good. Don't want to see... Yeah, you want to see some... Okay, yeah, you guys... Actually, you guys, do you want to see... I can actually show you now. I can show you the whole setup. I can show you right now. Let me see if I can get the call window going. Okay. Yep, I should be able to do it. Okay, let's see. Let me get my stuff set here. I have to do studio, and then it's studio restream. Okay. I do this ghetto hack to be able to give you guys inside scoop on the farm and also the garden. Oh, what? Why is it not? Okay, there we go. Let's continue here. Here. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to mute this microphone, and then we'll get the desktop. We should be able to get the desktop audio from everything. Okay, there we go. Enter the studio. Fill stop, set profit done. Okay, everything good? All right. Well, hopefully we really don't get as much of a breakdown. We missed the opportunity to set our stop losses. I mean, if we set a stop loss, we could still set one, but we're gonna lose. It's not stopping any losses because we'll sell it at a loss, but we won't like lose the whole trade. So, but we'll still have been in profit. We actually made back our profits from what we lost on that whole entire account that we've been trading on, specifically PHEMEX. Because when we had that massive market downturn at 59K, when we had the attacks, that was just like boom, everything got destroyed. So it was pretty substantial. It was pretty substantial. So, but we made that back. We actually are overall in the past 90 days in profit. So it's good. So it's nice to see that when you have been trading in the short term, you actually made back your profits that you lost a couple, months ago. Ski Lodge. All right, so let me see. Okay, so my camera's gonna disappear, and then I'll come back.
Check one, one. Check. There we go. All right, let's try and do this. I can't show you guys like everything, but I'm gonna show you something. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The boss, the boss lady just said, "You better go and get your kid from summer camp." All right, I'm back. All right, so let's see. It's my little oasis here. All right, check it out. So not too bad. We are going to put some shingles on that roof. We're not going to keep that hot metal on there, but I'm gonna put some shingles on that sucker. And here's the base. What's going on? What's going on? Hi. Say hello to everyone. Yeah, what's cool about these chickens, they're not super skittish. Like when I get down like low, they run to me. So they seem pretty chill. So that's what I like about these. And I've been babying them like pets basically since I got them when they were like, really tiny. But they're nice birds. They're nice birds. But something that my buddy told me, he was like, "Look, this size is about for 2 chickens, and I have 4. So I'm probably going to end up building another one of these, which gives me an opportunity to get better because this is only my second coop that I've built, but that's pretty nice. Not too bad for some mostly reclaimed wood. And then in the back here, this is where I have a little latch, so I can open that up, and get the eggs out from the back here. Just needs a little more airflow. But yeah, I'll show you guys the garden real quick, and then I gotta bounce. All right, so got a nice plumeria going. The squash was doing some really weird stuff. I don't know if it was the time to put squash in the ground, but all the squash that I picked from these plants, they ended up like almost looking like ornamental squash, and so it wasn't really. I don't think it was very edible. But the tomatoes have been doing really good, and I got some peppers and tomatoes and onions and stuff. I actually made a garden omelet from some of this stuff yesterday for breakfast, and it was amazing. But yeah, but this is butternut squash. This is doing amazing. This is doing absolutely amazing. And then hopefully this eggplant can survive. But yeah,